Hi Crafty creators! Welcome back to Flosstube! As always, you guys are such genuine gems for joining me today. Thank you so much for coming along to see what I've been up to. A big welcome back to all of my returning subscribers and viewers. You guys absolutely warm my heart every time you drop a cheeky little like or leave a comment so that we can chat downstairs. It really does make my day every time. I get so excited when it just pops up on my phone. And a huge hi, hello, how are you to anyone that might be new and have just found us. I'm so glad you're here. I hope you like what you've seen so far and you found a reason to stay and hang out with everybody. My name is Miss Chloe and this is my little corner of the internet where I get to share my cross stitching with you guys. Today I have a bit of an update to share with you guys. I have been stitching away like a crazy person in the last 2 weeks to get all the starts, and you guys, I did it. I started 24 things in the month of May. I hit that mania goal. I thought it was insane. I didn't think I'd be able to do it. Did I do it? Yes. Yes. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. Some of the things you've already seen in the last May update. Some of the things you can't see because they're secrets. So there are 3 projects that I do have to leave out. They are all the same, but they're very, very cool. And they are gifts for people that I know are in my crafty creator crowd. So I cannot show you here yet. I will be able to show you in a few months' time. So you'll have to hang out and wait for those ones. But I do have quite the pile of things I've worked on. In here I've got a couple of finishes, but most of these are whips. I don't think I've had a pile of this big to show you for quite some time. I think the last time I had this many projects sitting on my table, it was my whip parade in January. So I think I should just get into it and I should show you everything I've been working on because it is quite the stack and I am so excited about so many of these things. So many of these things. Everything is so cool. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to show you is this little May Mania start. This is Won't Take Long from Idris Studios. You can also find them here on YouTube. They are Wolf Down the Rabbit Hole. So this was created by my friend Jen. All that's left is another one of these borders up the top. I hope you're enjoying your close-up. You can really see the colors. I decided to stitch this on a 16 count black Aida with a Silks for You silk, which I got for Christmas a few years ago. So it just has a number instead of a name, and I think it was 2022 that we got it in, but I love it so much. It's so pretty. And like with every variegated, of course, I'm working one stitch at a time. I'm getting a little more confident with where the variegation is going to fall though. So in the flowers, I've started playing with the placements to make sure that it lines up on both sides of the petals and things like that. But I think for my next piece, I'm going to try doing the diagonal stitching with each chart just to see the difference in how it looks. Because I will have quite a bit of floss left over, so I should be able to stitch something else with this, and it is just beautiful. I've never worked with silk before, so thank you so much to Mel and Liz. So they're both on Instagram as Mel Rouvray and Stitched by Liz with an underscore. Over here, Liz is also around. You guys know her. I mention her channel a lot. She is one of my stitching besties, and she is Stitched by Liz, but there is no underscore. No underscore on the YouTube, only on the Insta. But yeah, I'm really happy with how this one's coming out. I think it looks really, really cute. I didn't cut any fabric this month, so it's just on this big block of Aida, and I have no idea what I bought this for. So I'm sure one day I'll go through my giant stash of patterns that's in the cupboard, and I will find something and be like, oh, I need this. And then I'll just have to buy more. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. But this month, the recurring theme is Chloe did not cut the fabric. Chloe just stitched the things, because starting 24 things within a month ate my brain just a little bit, and made me crazy. Not finishing things made me feel insane. I don't like it. I don't like leaving things, but thankfully next month, fandom has a finishing challenge. So hopefully I'll be able to get a wiggle on and join the finishing challenge for June, which will mean that I can get these all done. So this one just has the bottom border. I think it's about 200 or 300 stitches that's in these little borders, and it's all just leaves, so it's exactly the same as the top. It's going to be really cute. I cannot wait to finish this one and obviously cut my 8 down so that I can use it on something else. But yeah, that's what this one is. Okay, next up in my pile, I have 2 little starts to show you, and they are on the same piece of fabric because that's what the kits come with. So here they are. Here's your close-up because they are not very big and they don't look like much. So these are 2 little cupcakes, and these are from the world of cross stitch. And it's just a really cute little triple kit. It all came in a single pack. The threads are pre-cut and they are very short, you guys. There is no loop starting on this one because you would have 0 thread to work with. It's really bad. But that's okay. That's okay. We're telling ourselves that's okay and we're just moving with it. The threads don't have numbers either. It's literally just pink, light pink, blue, dark blue, brown, white, red, light red. So it's a little bit strange to be working on them that way and not have numbers like in my head to go back to, but I'm not hating it. I'm not hating it. I think it's coming up really, really cute so far, and they are going to look adorable. And it comes complete with all the little cards and everything. So I've got the envelopes to send them in. I've got the cards themselves. I need to finish stitching these and get them sent out to a couple of my friends and some family members. I think it'll be really, really sweet. Just a cute little I'm thinking of you card that I can drop in their mail, but really cute. So I'm going to do that, and I'm going to finish them on the card front. It doesn't actually say how to attach them, and there's nowhere to slot them in on the cards, so I think it has to be glue. I've never glued anything down before in terms of my stitching, so fingers crossed it goes well. Fingers crossed. Because obviously I don't want to do anything that's going to sort of leak through or make the cottons run. They're not the best cottons in the world. They are just the standard kit cottons. And they're a lot rougher than DMC, so I don't actually know if they're color fast or not. Something that I thought was really interesting about these little cupcakes, they come with a factoid box at the bottom of the chart, and it has the stitching time in it, and it says it should take you 5 or so hours to stitch them. I'm not sure how they were being stitched. It might be stitch by stitch, like individual stitches, as in the full cross, and then moving to the next cross. I've done about half of the blue one because we've got all the top and we just need to do the bottom, and it's only taken me an hour so far. So I think they're going to be a lot quicker than these instructions think they are, which is really nice. And then it's just going to be a lot of back stitch on them to get all those frosting details in there and make them just so stinking cute. I can't wait to get them done. I think they're going to look really good. So there's 3 cupcakes in the trio, so I have to do the other one. But I don't think I'm going to be doing it for a little while because my brain cannot handle another star right now, you guys. It cannot. My brain is just so flat of starts. It's so done. I just want to work on all the projects because what I've got in front of me is probably about half. Because obviously I had the original whips from the start of the year, plus these guys, plus the ones from my last video. There's not a lot of crossover, so there is a lot to do. There is a lot to do. But I am looking forward to stitching them. These guys are 2 strands over 1 square, and they on a 14 count aider, as that's what the kit called for. So yeah, I'm hoping to get them done at the start of June because that'll be 2 really easy finishes for June, plus the one from Interest Studios, so I'll have at least 3 there, which is really, really nice. Really nice. Because it gets my numbers up early in the game. And I think it's very achievable and it's a nice little win. Nice little win. Good dopamine hit for me. Okay, next up we have Cubicle Sweet Cubicle. This is a really cute little design that I knocked up in a couple of days. This was my test and model stitch for the pamphlet. So this is my brand new pattern. Here's a close-up for you guys. This one is stitched 2 over 2 on a 28 count even weave from Zweigart. It's an ice blue or something along those lines that was just in my stash. I do not know what I bought it for, don't ask. Don't ask, because I can't tell you, baby. I can't tell you. I don't even know. This is what happens, right? I have the best of intentions to start things, and then just my brain's like, oh, look, it's pretty fabric. Put something on it. And then it's just something else. But that's fine. That's fine. It's fine, you know? But yes, this is Cubicle Sweet Cubicle, and it was inspired by my friend at work. Her name is Susan. She is the most fabulous person. I love her so much. But at one point she said we spent so long at our desks that it may as well be a second home, and started making the joke that she needed a sign that said Cubicle Sweet Cubicle, like you have one in your house that says Home Sweet Home. So I've decided to stitch her one. She has just come home from Europe, and obviously I still need to frame this guy. So I've got to frame it in the next couple of days so I can surprise her and pop it on her desk. But I really love how it came out. I thought it was really cute. I have released this pattern. If you guys are part of the community, if you see the little announcements, or if you're on my Instagram, you guys would have seen that I started up a brand new shop. It is a coffee shop, so it is the Buy Me a Coffee website. And I have listed all of my patterns up there. There's a couple of freebies for you guys, and there's a couple of paid ones as well. Cubicle Sweet Cubicle is now up there, as well as Home Sweet Home that my friend Jamie did. Look at this. Look at this. It's so perfect. Jamie stitched this one up for me, and they did a fabulous job. It was so quick. I think it only took Jamie a few hours to do this. Next up, I've got a finish, because I had to finish something this month. Come on, you guys. I couldn't leave them all. I know that there's no extra points for it, but I couldn't do it. I had to finish something. We have Wing Leader from Stitched by Liz. Here is a close-up for you guys at home. I am so happy with how this came out. This is on 28 count even weave opalescent cool glow. We are not sure of the maker. I did get it on Marketplace, and I contacted the person I thought had dyed it so I could get some more, and it turns out it's not them. So I am hoping that somebody recognizes it and sort of goes, hey Chloe, it's this one. So if you do, let me know. This is of course from Fourth Wing, which is just a fantastic book. It's well paced, and it just kind of gets into it straight away, which I love. I had so much fun stitching this guy. Look at his curves. He is just perfect. Liz did an amazing job on this one. So this is from Stitched by Liz. This is available on her Ko-Fi shop. So you can definitely go get it. You can definitely go get it. I've had a few people ask me if it's still available or what's up with it. It is there. It is there. Go grab it. Stitch it for yourself, but be warned, it is not an Ada stitch. It's not an Ada stitch. I highly recommend doing this on even weave, because while you're stitching 2/2, there's a lot of fractals. And those fractals are a lot easier on the weave rather than the Ada. So can recommend, do it on even weave. It's not super clear that he is, but our dragon is fully backstitched and outlined as well. Sorry about the rough cut there. My dog had a bit of a fit and started barking, so I had to cut back in, but that's okay. That's okay. So the words themselves, or the lettering, is done in a blue silk that I got in a Black Needle Society box. It was called Midnight. It was from the Up All Night Stitching collection. And I absolutely love it. I think it was perfect. They were originally charted in a dark blue DMC. I just thought I would add something a little bit special to my friend's design and go ahead and do that. And the only other change that I made was to the letter A down at the bottom. I'll go back to the close-up so you can have a bit of a look. The A was originally rounded like the rest of the lettering, and when I was stitching it, I just looked at the pattern, and for me it fell into place to look like this. So because my brain was screaming at me so loudly to move the blocks in the A, it's still got the same blocks in it, I had to make the change. It was so small and so minor, and my brain was just flashing to do it. So I had to go and do it. I made the little change, but I love the piece so much. I'm so happy with how it came out, and now I have to work out how to frame it. I have some big ideas, but I need a couple of days to play with all of my stuff and to play with the frame itself. I am thinking of putting it in a black frame, just a plain black Kmart frame, but I want to do some fun things with the mats. So I need to work out how that's gonna look and what that means and how to translate the things that I want to put on the matting. I do have a cry cut, so I think I can get it done. I think I can work it out. As long as it's not too long, I should be fine. I should be fine. But yeah, that's what that one's up to. We're on the Stitch by Liz train. Let me pull out my next project. I started Liz's Light It Up, Light It Up. So this one is a quote from a book. I haven't read it yet. Here's your close-up, you guys. Have a good looky-loo. This is stitched 2/1, so 2 threads over 1 square on 18 count black Aida, which again, I found in my stash, so I don't know why I bought this, but I have it. I think this one I might have got off Marketplace along with the fabric for the last one. There was a bit of a bundle situation with that, so I just sort of bought everything. It was designed by Liz, and let me tell you, the color fades, oh my gosh. When I saw this, I had to get it. I had to get it just for the fade. The fade is beautiful, the font is beautiful. I'm in love with it. I'm in love with it. I cannot wait to be able to work on this properly next month and get it finished, because it's not a huge stitch. It's probably like mid-size, so it'll take a few days with the color changes and things like that, but it's a good stitch. It's nice, it's easy, and it doesn't have fractals that I've found yet. Liz, tell me if I'm wrong, girl. But I am absolutely in love with it. For example, like the fades are just so perfect. There's 3 colors of yellow in the top of this L, and it's just such a perfect transition. I love it. And there's no mixed threads, which just makes it even better because it's a nicer thing to stitch when I don't have to organize an extra bobbin for half and half colors. So I am absolutely loving this one. I think it pops really nicely on the black. There is quite a bit of excess fabric under here because again, Chloe did not cut things. Chloe could not. May was too hard already. I didn't need the anxiety of cutting a fabric. No, thank you, girl. But that's okay. That's okay. There's plenty of space on here. There's plenty of room for activities. Once it's done, I will cut it to size and then I'll work out finishing. I have not quite decided what I want to do with this one yet, but I do have a couple of ideas rolling around in my noggin. So we'll see what happens with that one. But I'm really happy with how it's coming out and I cannot wait to finish it next month and get it stitched up for June. I'm starting to get a big list of things that I really want to finish in June. So I think June is going to be a crazy month. Crazy month. But that is okay. That is okay. That's sort of, you know, what we're here for, right? We do May so that we can have a finishing month and June's gonna be it. June's gonna be it. Next up, we have another new start for you guys. I know, shocker for May. And it is Silver Bells by Lindy Stitches. This is the first 202 stitches that I have put in. Here's your close-up. So this has the words Silver Bells underneath it. Obviously that's what I've started now. And I am doing this one on a Forbidden Fiber Co. Belfast linen in 32 count. And I am doing this one 2/2, just so that it's a little bit bigger, a little bit chunkier. And currently I am using the called for threads. This one came in a Black Needle Society Christmas box. This was from the Nice List one year. And I absolutely love it. I absolutely love it. It's so cute. And it has been waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting for me to start because I really, really like the pattern. Because it's a cute little peacock and I just think it's really sweet and it's got the instructions finished to a little pillow and I think that could be cute. But it's on linen. And until not very long ago, I was not confident with linen at all. Thank you again, Laura. Like, girl, you saved me. You have taught me all the secrets and now I can stitch on all the things. No issue, which is really nice. So this one is from Lindy Stitches and I was really enjoying it the other night. I just sort of sat there and kept going. As it is in a variegated Forbidden Fiber Co. Floss as well as on their fabric. I did have to do it 1 stitch at a time like I'm doing with the silks. But I'm really happy with how it's turning out and the variegation in it. I think it's really beautiful. This particular floss that I'm using at the moment is called Mermaid, and I am obsessed. I hope that there is some left over. I would like to substitute it into other things. I may have to order more if I can get it. But I'm really enjoying this one. Obviously, there's not that much done on her, so I don't think she'll be a finish next month, but I would like to pull her back out and maybe stitch a little bit on her next month and the following month and sort of have her done for Christmas so that it's all up and running. The next thing I have on my pile to share with you is my last like brand new start, the last one that I can share. So this little cutie, here's your close up, is A Good Night for Reading from Lola Crow. This was designed for fibromyalgia awareness and for the fibromyalgia awareness group that Cass runs. It was started a little while ago, and it's just a safe place for different stitches to come together. This is the same group that I designed my butterfly for. So Lola Crow was really sweet, and she created this little armchair with a white cat and all these books scattered around, and of course her signature crow on top. And it's just really cute. I am about halfway through it and I am absolutely loving it. I have decided to put it on this bright pink frog and Tink Ada. It's coming out quite pink on camera, but it's not as pink in person, so I'm sure the photo's not as bright when I take that one. But I'm really, really happy with the contrast. I think it's going to look really good. The white should stand out on it really well for all the book pages, which is going to be really nice. Really nice. And I'm quite enjoying this one. This is stitched 2/1, so 2 threads, 1 square, and it is just on a 14 count Ada. But I am really, really loving how it's coming along. So I have done, I think, 3 colors to completion. So the black, the ecru, and the red. And then next up, there's a few more colors to go and a little tiny candle that sits on this table, and I can't wait to put it in. It's so cute. It's so cute, you guys. This one I am definitely finishing in June. Definitely finishing. I'm so close being halfway. I can get that one in. It's not a very big stitch. And then I'm going to do a hoop finish for this, and it's going to go up on my hoop wall. That concludes all of the brand new starts. So now we're into the sales. And I only have 3 that I worked on this time. So there's not a huge amount to get through, but we are almost there. We are almost there. Thank you for hanging out with me this long if you're still here. There is a lot of project change, but again, it's May Mania. We expected that going in, right? So the next piece I worked on was Santa's stamp collection. I put in this little stamp at the bottom. It's bright yellow and it's got a bell on it. Here is your close-up. This is, of course, by the Black Needle Society. This was a stitch along a few years ago. And per the May Mania rules from Sean in the fandom group, we can do parts as starts. So I did the little tiny stamp at the bottom with the bell on it because I had not started that one yet. And I put in just over 200 stitches. I did all the yellow and all the blue. And I think it's really cute. It's definitely made me want to work on this one a bit more. Because I keep seeing my friend Cece post theirs and I really want to catch up to them. I'd love to have this one done by Christmas as well. There's not a huge amount of stitching left in it, I don't think. But the problem is when I started, I didn't have Pattern Keeper. So I now have to go backwards and highlight all this. So it's currently sitting in my Pattern Keeper phone waiting for me to get off my butt and do that. Yep, but that's okay. So I need to put all of the stamp backgrounds in. I need to do this whole giant stamp. This is day 25, of course, because that's the big one. That one there is going to be a little fireplace. It's very cute. Very cute. But I am feeling this one quite a bit. I cannot wait to get it done. I think the design was really, really great. And I like that Katie didn't use a huge amount of colors in it. So it's simple. It's well contrasted. Everything looks a little bit different. And it's just nice not to have a huge stack of threads staring you in the face every time you pull out a project, right? It's nice to have one that only has a handful and you could go, yep, that's the perfect number. Or like I did With Santa, I subbed in some red, which was not in the original pattern. We had orange instead. So I just updated it a little bit and put in reds instead of oranges in some places. But I really like the color palette Katie chose, and I think it just looks really cute. So I might try and get the bell finished. And if parts count as finishes next month, there's at least 24 on here. There's at least 24 on here, so I might actually be able to do something, which would be really nice, and it would definitely move me along quite a bit. Okay. The next thing I have to share with you is another stitch along, of course, and it is Vampirum. Here's your close-up. I am working on the second release for this one now, and I think it's just really, really cute. So the second release is the first of our big vampire bats. He's got big fangs, he's dripping, and he's got big leathery bat wings, and I just love them. I think this is so cute. The color scheme is really great, and I love how it's looking. As you can see, when I'm out this far, I am doing this in tiny form. So I am 1/1ing this on 28 count even weave from Sew It All. This one is called Violet Crush, and I am about 20% done with the second release, sorry. So this one comes out, I think it's every few weeks, and I am doing this one with a couple of my friends, Amy and Cora. They are Amy in the Valley and Reading with Cora over on Instagram. You guys should definitely check them out. They are both very, very cool ladies. They do the good stitch, and I love hanging out with them. So I am quietly working my way through this one. Because of where it came up in Mania for me, not a lot was done. Like I said, it's about 20% on this release, which is perfectly fine. But I'd really like to get it finished so that I am ready for the next release, because it comes out very soon. Very soon. But I am really enjoying it. The 1/1 is just really delicate and really nice. And I like that it's not going to be huge and in your face, because if I did this over 2, it would be 14 count. And I think that's just a tad too big for my vampire bats. Just a tad. So I'm really happy with how it's looking. And I can't wait to actually fill it in. Hopefully next time I am here with you guys, I will be able to show you, and he'll have his wings out, and he'll be dripping, and he'll be just so glorious. So glorious. I cannot wait. I really am loving how he's stitching up though. This fabric has been really, really nice to work on. It's just been absolutely beautiful. I did not think that it would be good for 1/1, but I tried it anyway, and much to my surprise, it was actually really stable, which just made the stitching experience so much nicer. So I'm really enjoying it, and I can't wait to get back to it and finish it up and show it to you guys. The last thing I have to share with you today is one of my new favorites. This is the Deadly Aquarium. It's glorious, you guys. Did I finish the frame? No. Did I start part 1 anyway? Yes! Yes, I did. Here's your close-up of where I am up to. I am currently working on release number 1. It is a little eel in a treasure chest, and there's a diving helmet and a skull, and I love it. As always, the colors that Lola Crow uses are just fabulous. Absolutely gorgeous. I love her art style. I don't know how she does it, but everything just looks so realistic and so wonderful. I really, really enjoy stitching her stuff. So I can't wait to put him in. The eel himself is going to be green. He's going to be green, so I'm really hoping that I can get him finished and just popped in, because he's nice and solid. He holds his place. And then I can put in my 2 thick boy columns and finish this little sign, and then go up here, and there's some seagulls that I'm missing. So I need to put them in as well. But I am hoping to pop them in next month in June, and just spend like a solid 2 or 3 days doing this, because these columns, they don't look like much, but they're very stitch heavy. They're full columns, and they look really good when they're done, but I don't like doing them. I don't like doing them. I don't like stitching in a straight line, you guys. I don't like it. No, not for this little duck. Not for this little duck. But it is looking really good. And I know it will look really good once they're in as well, because it will look sort of more complete. But I am really enjoying this one, and all of its little color changes just make it so in depth and so great. All the details that Amy puts into these are just wonderful. I'm stitching this one with so many of you guys. I'm absolutely loving it. So many of you are showing me your progress and reaching out into my inbox and DMing me and just saying, this is where I'm up to. Have you done this bit yet? What are you on? I'm doing this bit, and I love it. I love seeing your work, and I love having little chats with you. It's just the best time. It's the best time. So that's everything I've worked on in the last 2 weeks. It was a lot this time. It was a lot last time. I am sorry. Maymania has just done all the things. And that's what it does. That's fine. But now we have a lot of things that we need to finish, and a lot of things that I really, really want to stitch. Like last time I got to show you guys the Dark Queen, and I would like to finish her. Yes, please. But there is a lot of stitches. She would need to be a proper focus piece. She would take a lot of time. So I'm hoping to get a few things finished and knocked out so that I can spend more time with her and spend a little bit more time with a few other friends that we've got kicking around, so that we can get them all ticked off and done. And that means that I can have a whole bunch of new starts next year in May. Because I'm not starting anything for a little while, I don't think, which will be a nice break. A nice break. As for plans, obviously we have the June finishing challenge coming up in fandom, so I am hoping to do that. I haven't got the challenges yet for Not Your Equal Firsties for June, so I have to get those up and have a look so that I can stitch and add in my hours of challenge stitching, which is totally Frogwarts training, you guys. Like, perfect for my upcoming retreat. And then I also have Floss in Space. I am on Seize the Floss or Carpe Filium, and we are doing challenges in there as well. So I've got 3 little challenge groups that I am running my stitches into and just hoping for the best. So fingers crossed I remember to post everywhere and I get it all done, because that would be really nice. And then I will get a lot of finishes into those groups for June. And yeah, other than that, there's not much that I'm planning on doing. A question I do have for you guys though: would you like a mid-year whip parade in June or not? Because I'm going to leave it with you guys. I know you guys really enjoyed seeing me do a full whip parade at the start of the year, but I don't know if you want one mid-year as a bit of an update, or if you would just like me to have normal floss tubes for June. So do let me know downstairs. I will leave a pinned comment, and you guys can have a little look-see and let me know. I will also release a poll just in the Instagram community tab. It should pop up in your feed, but if you want to go vote in the tab, you can do it there. Let me know if you would like me to do a mid-year whip parade with my now crazy number of whips, or if you would like to wait and be surprised in January and see sort of how many I end up with at the end of the year. But that's all from me for now, so I'll see you again real soon. But until then, you guys stay safe, you be happy, and you craft something beautiful. Bye, crafty creators.